Oh, man. Oh, so much tension. Please. Lambda and Burns' fight to the death had passed through its phases as a dynamic clash of fireworks, and now was a clash that was quiet and motionless. These two witches who possessed power on an entirely different level may have been truly equal in strength. The battle could only be resolved by mutual consent if one of them lost interest or found some reason for wanting to lose. Since both were putting their all into the fight without yielding a bit, they're absolutely and completely equal.
Lambda Delta. あんたが味方でよかったわ。
くそ、もう少しなんだ。早く砂になっちまえ。ふざけた魔法人め。
Battler got irritated and punched the magic circle, but there was nothing that he could do except continue to watch over it. After all, the only way to dissolve it was by waiting. However, the pair of them still felt relief, if only a little. Lambda really was strong, even in a battle this spectacular. She fought on an even footing. No, if you also took confidence into account, she seemed to have a slight advantage to Battler's eyes. She probably managed to buy them enough time. Angie would take the key and return to the Golden Line. They just had to endure a bit longer. However, they had no way of knowing what Lambda's fate would be after this. She had disobeyed the Senate, the highest level in witches in existence. A brutal fate probably awaited her. However, even knowing this, Angie had to step forward into the future without looking back. That was the single duty given to her, the witch of the future.
お兄ちゃん、あれは何？遥か向こうから何か近づいてくるわ。
まずいぞ。まさか敵の増援か。
Lambda and Burn were glaring at each other, so they didn't notice. Heading towards them from the distance were several emerald green glints. That light showed that they were enemies.
でもほんの数匹だけだわ。あの程度ならラムダデルタの敵じゃない。
All of the cats so far seem like fish in a school. Giving the impression that they'd be terrifying as a group, but not much of a problem by themselves. However, there was something different about the lights approaching them now. They were approaching in a beautiful ordered formation like a constellation. Battler quickly realized that this was something different. Oh god. No. Just by her tone, Battler was able to tell just how great a witch was. This witch was. The black hats that surrounded her in a graceful and systematic constellation were all wearing large capes with elegant designs. It looked as though great overlords from many worlds had been transformed into cats, leaving only their capes untouched. When Battler imagined what was quite true, that was exactly what had happened. These were the overlords from many worlds that formed Featherine's personal guard. Their bodies took the form of cats merely as a sign of respect to their master, who took the form of a human. They were entirely different from the pack of wildcats that served Bern.
アウアウローラ、あら、もうそんな時間だったの？客を多少待たすのもまたパーティーのもてなし方の一つではある。私はあまり好まぬのだがな。
As she said this, her eyes flicked to Lambda Delta. The latter bowed hurriedly. Though Lambda Delta grinned, she was also sweating with a brow furrowed with tension.
久しぶりであるな、ラムダデルタ卿。
Oh, no, about 10 minutes.
ご機嫌うるわしゅう、大アウローラ卿。ここは今日をもてなすにふさわしい場所ではない。会場への道を間違えられたか？ならば私が自らパーティー会場にご案内しよう。それは光栄ですわ、大アウローラ卿。
Featherine Augustus Aurora, the legendary Great Witch. It is said that she has surpassed the level of witches, becoming a creator, and that upon reaching this forbidden plane, she was cursed with a deadly ailment. Okay. However, in life, she once turned her pet cat into a witch. They say that this second witch wanders the sea of fragments endlessly, searching for any fragment that can revive her master from the pits of death, called boredom, and even for a moment. If even for a moment. And so that cat revived her master. Revived the sacred witch who had reached heights none should reach. Just as witches look down and mock humans from higher worlds, calling them pieces on a game board. She looks down and mocks the territory of witches from an even higher world, claiming them pieces on a game board. If a witch's strength is measured by the height of the world they are capable of reaching, she was like a witch come back from the realm of the gods, the one who had touched the highest forbidden heights and survived. Was there any chance of winning against her? No. No. Not only could Lambda Delta not choose to win, she couldn't choose to lose either.
我が巫女よ。友人と戯れるのは後にして、今は仕事をしてくれぬか。鍵の準備をせよ。わかったわ。途中でお使いを忘れてしまう天真爛漫さも猫の魅力である。そうは思わぬか、ラムダデルタ卿。
Lambda Delta didn't say anything, but hung her head low. From this position, seeing that the key's seal would dissolve at any second. However, Bern would probably find Battler and Angie before that. Once they got their hands on the key, they could leave this place immediately. And of course, this was assuming that they did so before Bern and Featherine found them. Bern mustn't be allowed to move from this spot.
ゲームセットね、ラムダ。私は大アウローラ卿の巫女よ。感激の魔女は朗読の巫女に保護を与えることを忘れてはいないわよね。
Lambda still stood slumped over, without answering. The Witch of Theater going gave protection to her reader Mikos. If Lambda Delta attacked Bern, who was a Miko, then the Great Aurora would follow her contract, prevent when she prevent what she considered an attack against herself and respond accordingly.
取引しましょ
Fine.
う。何をよ。バトルはどこに隠れてるの？
Oh, he's hiding that way. Point in the opposite direction.
素直に白状したら、すべて水に流してあげるわ。奇跡の魔女のあんたが、バトラごとき小さな駒を恐れるの？奇跡の魔女だからこそよ。あんな小石のようなやつでも起こす奇跡があることを私は侮らないの。その小石が今じゃ奇跡の魔女に大出世したものね。もう一度聞くわ。バトラはどこ？残念よ、ラムダ。それが返事のようね。
Bern turned her back on Lambda Delta. Then she told her master that she was leaving to prepare the key, and she started swimming towards the key room. If I let her go any further, she'll find Battler and Angie. Battler readied himself. This time it was his turn to become a sacrifice. Even though he was nothing more than a single pebble, he could still put out an eye. The candy firework exploded right in front of Bern. Thank you.
ラムダ、
You're moving up in that character poll.
あんたは本当にバカだわ。
ラムダデルタ。
やっちゃったわ。バトラー、エンジェル。あとは頑張りなさいよ。
The cat overlords changed their formations, becoming a ferocious constellation that surrounded Feathering. Then each drew the most terrifying of magic circles from their respective worlds and began to chant.
私は少し混乱している。我が巫女よ、そしてラムダデルタ卿よ、これはどういう余興なのか。ラムダは私が鍵を取りに行くのを邪魔したいみたいで。
I wonder why.
ほう、それはどういう意味なのか。その意味がわかんないなら、フェザリーヌ、あんたちょっと酔っ払ってるんじゃない？酔いざましが必要なんじゃないかしら。
Lambda bluffed as well as she could. Her fingertips were shaking slightly.
巫女への攻撃は主への攻撃とみなす。
No.
そなたも知らぬわけではあるまい。知ってるわ。
I didn't attack her though.
そのルールによると、私はあんたたちとやっぱり戦わなくちゃならないわけだ。
It's just a firework of candy. It's not an attack.
ほう、私の巫女がそなたの巫女に失礼をしたか。
Yeah. Bern tried to eat me.
ならば詫びよう。しかし教えてはくれぬか。今はそなたは巫女を持たぬはず。そなたにはいつの間に巫女がいたというのか。それがね、いっぱいいるのよ。30人か40人くらい。
I don't know. There's still fucking many to count.
もっといるかしら。このラムダデルタ、相手が誰だろうと巫女に売られた喧嘩は全部買い取っちゃうんだからね。
Thank you.
そいつらはみんな絶対のハッピーエンドを信じてる。この絶対の魔女がそんな絶対を信じて頑張ってる連中をね、見捨て。そなたの物語も嫌いではない。我が感激に値する。しかし今の私は感激者でなく出演者である。我が巫女の親友であることを知るから一度だけ忠告する。この舞台を降りるがよい。我が観覧席にそなたのための特別な席を設けさせよう。
Tempting, but no thank you.
あんたの物語と私が感激してる物語のどちらが面白いか考えているわ。
Yours is boring.
答えを聞こうぞ。バトラたちの物語の方が
Thank
100
you.
倍面白いわ。
I greatly appreciate this. I'd love a way if I could somehow repay you. Don't know if I can though.
悪いけど今年の助演女優賞は私がもらっとくわ。
You'll probably get that.
あんたたち最後の人気投票は私に入れなさいよ。
Jesus Christ.
最低でもトップ5よ。いいわね。
I don't doubt that you got that.
どこ見て言ってんのよ。
I have no idea. As Lambda pretends to joke around, she calmly glared at the one weak point. If she had a chance for a single attack, then a 1 in a billion shot at victory existed. The horseshoe-shaped memory device floating around Featherine's head. Without that, she couldn't preserve her own memory. Destroying it was impossible, but if Lambda Delta could just jar it enough, she might be able to make it bug out. At least once in the past, Featherine's memory's device has been damaged, and her personality and appearance had changed. However, she was aware of that herself, and probably wouldn't let that happen again no matter what.
よかろう。ラムダデルタ級。
It's worth. I mean, there's no other chance.
そなたの脚本が準備できたならいつでも参られるがよい。
Sure, just give me like 10 years, and then I'll send it to you.
脚本なんて簡単よ。たった1行。華麗でキュートなラムダデルタ様が
Jesus.
悪の黒幕アウアウローラを一撃でぶっ倒す。愚かなラムダ、そこまであなたが愚かとは思わなかった。猫たちは手出し無用。ラムダデルタ教より献上されるこの勇敢なる物語に対し、私自らが褒美を取らせよう。勇敢なるそなたにふさわしい物語と結末を褒美に取らせる。サリーヌ・アウグストゥス、アウアウローラー。
Lambda summoned a magical energy from her whole body and raised it in a mass above her head.
すまぬ。
And then the world's time
そな
stopped.
たの脚本は採用しない。なぜなら
Rather than time stopping, it was more like the flipping pages of a book had stopped. In the motionless world, closely packed letters
この先の
appeared.
脚本を記すのは私であるからだ。
Cheating. It was a tale which had been written up to this very moment. Feathering Augustus Aurora. Lambda summoned magical power from her whole body and raised it a mass above her head. Oh my god, stop it. This is where the paragraph ended. In this frozen world, Feathering sat with her arms crossed.
参ったものだ。
This cheating.
戦いを書くのは久しぶりでな。唐突にこのような展開で筆を預けられても困るというもの。
So fucking meta. When I get stuck writing, I try to write in reverse. In other words, instead of starting at the beginning, I start the ending and go backwards from there. That way it's easier to set up foreshadowing, and I can write the story with my vision for the end in mind. The only downside is that I have to suddenly start at the climax without setting up the story first.
とりあえず戦いの顛末から遡って書いていこう。ラムダデルタ卿、そなたは私に敗れ生き絶える。
Unfair. As Feathering said, these words were added to the massive group of letters that formed the frozen world. However, she was starting from the end, so there was a large gap between the new words and older
どんな
ones.
姿でそなたは敗れるのであろうな。
In a very long, drawn-out battle that gives Battler and Angie enough time to get
そ
the
な
key.
たの勇敢さにふさわしい勇壮な最後が良いだろう。こうはどうかよくわからぬが、何かに吹き飛ばされて本棚に叩きつけられ、獅子がバラバラに砕け散り、
Ah,
息絶えて暗闇に墜落して消える。なかなか派手な最後である。よし、これでとりあえずそなたの最後は決まった。
the blanks were being filled with the outline Feathering spoke. At the same time, Lambda Delta's figure was wiped out. After crossing her arms and thinking again, Feathering pointed in a random direction. Then Lambda Delta appeared, blasted away by something, and slammed spread eagled against the bookshelf Feathering had pointed at.
さて、ここからこのような最後に至るまでの激しい戦いを執筆せねばならぬのだが、今の私は今日も見抜く通り少々酔いが回っている。その部分は今度改めて時間を設けてじっくりと執筆することにする。今はこれにて許せ。きっとそなたに気に入ってもらえる勇敢な戦いぶりを執筆することを約束しようぞ。
Feathering snapped her fingers. Lambda Delta had no idea what was going on. Before she could even blink, she was suddenly here being slammed against a bookshelf.
何よこれ
Hacks. She couldn't comprehend that something that Feathering had killed her with. However, that was only natural. After all, Feathering herself hadn't decided what that something was. However, Lambda Delta didn't understand one thing. She was already dead. Streams of blood dripped from the corners of her mouth. Then lines of blood appeared on her wrists and ankles, her elbows and knees. She looked like a marionette doll herself.
私何まったくだラムダデルタ卿良いアイデアがあったら聞かせてほしいぞ
A giant nothing. Nothing hit me. And I lived.
この化け
Still pinned against the bookshelf, Lambda Delta let her head slump. Her wrist, ankles, legs, arms, neck. Each split into a separate part, and the marionette shaped like her lost its strings, falling in pieces into the depths below. Nothing remained. It was all swallowed up by the darkness beneath them.
化け物とは私を称える褒め言葉の一つであるな
Is it though?
ラムダデルタ
エンジ見るなお前は見るな
Nothing happened. Shredding tears of vexation, Angie closed her eyes tight. She must not look. The Witch of the Future must not accept Lambda Delta's defeat.
あいつはくたばってなんかいないただ勇敢だった
分かってるわあのラムダデルタが負けるはずない
At that moment, there was a slight sound, and the golden key that hung in the air shook. The seal had finally broken. Bye! Bella grabbed it immediately. However, at that exact moment, the magical tremor spread throughout the vast keyroom. The tremor seemed to have shaken something inside my pocket. I stuck my hand in, and that fragment that Lambda Delta had given them to return to the Golden Lane had shattered. Because she fucking died, right? Oh my god. So bullshit.
惜しかったわねもう逃げ場はないわよ
Ah.
ベルンカステルラムダがもう少し賢く立ち回っていたらもう5秒は稼げていたかもねそうしたらあんたたちはその鍵を手に黄金鏡に逃げ帰れていたラムダが主がバカだとミコも苦労するわねほう
Feathering quietly showed her surprise. To truly surprise her was no easy trick. Oh fuck. The Witch of Miracles, who boasted that no one could even step on her shadow unless she wished it, fell. After taking Balor's right fist to her face, she fell. Oh, fuck. Wake up. Burn's body immediately split into dust and reconstructed itself in front of Balor. How's it going? As though nothing had happened. However, she was holding her cheek. She couldn't undo the fact that she had been hit. For the first time in hundreds of years, she had let someone tread on her shadow without wishing it. Her face was gradually filled with shock. A little upset, and Balor's? It couldn't be seen. His outstretched right arm was blocking it, so his expression couldn't be seen. She didn't let the next strike hit her. Bern vanished like the mist, then reappeared a short distance away. However, Battler only missed by a hair's breadth. Not because she had intentionally made it so, but for real. Finally, she truly began to feel the pain being punched in the face. For too many years, she had forgotten the very concept of pain. Very slowly, it was coming back to her. It doesn't feel good to get cold clocked like that, no. Bern writhing in anguish, holding her cheek. The feeling forgotten for centuries seemed to be hitting home hard. God, I couldn't even imagine that, not feeling pain for so long and then getting popped in the mouth like that. Oh god, that would hurt. Battler looked at her. Their eyes met. Once again, Bern remembered the emotion she had forgotten for hundreds of years. That's probably not good, though. No shit, it does. And then a shudder. When Battler saw before his eyes was Bern shuddering for the first time in centuries. Really? To Bern's eyes, it hadn't even looked like Battler rushing at her and punching. It was as though she had been sucked towards where he stood with his furious fist raised. When her eyes opened wide in terror, Battler's massive fist had been all that she could see. Of course, he wasn't capable of hitting her. Bern was just like a shadow. She dodged by moving instantly, leaving an afterimage, but mere teleportation wasn't enough to escape from Battler's furious pursuit. True, trying to hit Bern was like enviously trying to hit the reflection of the moon on water with a stone. No matter how often you hit it, you can never smash the moon's reflection. However, Battler hit it, and again, over and over, to prevent the moon from showing on the water surface again. A fiercely thrown pebble sent ripples across the water's surface. It broke through the moon's reflection, broke through the water's surface itself, leaving even the bottom of the pond bare, breaking through everything. His certain willpower broke through a miracle. Hit her! Hey, you got it. A backwards kick that Battler shot out without even looking behind him split through empty space. In that space, Bern reappeared with a foot in her gut. The Witch of Miracles fell. For the second time she fell. Once it had been a miracle. Things that happen more than once aren't miracles anymore. You're cracking. Bern understood. Battler was capable of hitting her. Then she fell. She slammed against the floor, got up on her knees, hands and knees, and vomited. She threw up violently over and over. Her face was covered with pain and vomit and tears and snot. Then she looked up at Battler with a furious expression and howled. And she wasn't howling at Battler. Do something! Wow. Featherine's guard, the cat overlords, now formed a different constellation. Oh god, not the Leviathan. Then each drew a magic circle and began chanting. Wow, that's a lot of main characters. And they're gonna get beat on a completely different level.
ぶち込んでやれゲロカス殿。お姉ちゃん。
Nah, it's fine. The many spectacular magical spells displayed at the beginning of a universe, the creation of planets and their destruction the universe is in, all in an instant. After that, not a speck of dust should remain. However, when the smoke cleared, there was a person standing there. It stood there, its hands in its pockets and its head hanging quietly. Its face in the shadows, it couldn't be seen.
お兄ちゃん。何よ。
Battler seemed to be completely uninjured. Not only were his clothes not burnt, but his hair hadn't even been disturbed.
何よこれ。バカ猫たち。全然聞いてないじゃない。
The cat overlords silently shook their heads, sending a short report to their master.
エンドレスナイン。なんですって。彼らの物語は誰にも邪魔できぬらしい。すまぬな、我が巫女よ。どうやら猫たちにもお手上げのようだ。何が各界の魔王たちよ。あんたたちだってかつてはどこかのゲーム版の主人公だったんでしょ。
Yeah, those game boards sucked.
それがこのざま。味を知りなさいよ。
The cats knew, from the very beginning. They had known that with him as the main character on this board, they wouldn't be able to interfere.
我が巫女よ。ゲーム版にて物語を紡ぐのはゲームマスターのみに許された特権である。それを主張された以上、私も物書きの端くれとしてそれを尊重せぬわけにはいかん。私は感激の立場に戻ろうぞ。
Fuck off.
役立たず主。
I mean, if you're gonna be a master, at least fucking be a master.
バトラー、我が巫女がそなたの仲間を愚弄したことを謝る。そしてそなたのゲームを紡ぐ権利がゲームマスターであるそなたにあることも理解した。そなたの物語はそなたが紡ぐ。それもよかろう。だが我が巫女も今はそなたのゲームのゲームマスターでな。二人が同時にゲーム版を広げたらしい。一つのゲームに二人のマスターとはめったにないことだが、なぜならそなたたちの最後のゲームにふさわしいものになると確信したからだ。
タテベルンカステル。
なるほどね。ゲームマスター同士が戦うならそのゲームに乗っ取るべきだと言いたいの。
Oh god. Here's another burden riddle. Yay.
最初からそうだと言えばいいのに。
Burn slowly got to her feet and made her body melt away like mist. Then, as she appeared in the air once again, facing Battler.
いいわ。あんたのゲーム版のルールで戦ってあげる。ただ、私はあんたたちほど悠長じゃないから。そして圧倒的に出題して瞬時に終わらせてしまうわよ。私のお相手は誰？二人がかりでも一向に構わないわよ。お兄ちゃん、私も戦うわ。
来るな。
どうして？
お前はそこで、そして今度こそ俺が伝えた。
お兄ちゃん、それでいい？アウローラ、私が立ち会い人となろうぞ。我が巫女を打ち破れたならそなたらを黄金鏡へ送り返すことを約束しよう。
Well, there we go. Gotta win then.
黄金鏡が まだ残っていればの話だけれどね。
俺は
There'll probably be a sliver of land left.
そうよ。
As long as Beatrice is fine, then it's okay.
ベアトやみんなが負けるはずがない。
Like, as long as she made it out, then she can make it. I mean, so it won't be too bad.
なら強砲は早い方がいいわね。
Ah, fuck off.
エリカ、報告を許すわ。
When Bern snapped her finger, Erica appeared with a bow.
お取り込み中、失礼いたします。
I refuse to take any report unless you're wearing your pirate hat. Sorry.
悪かったわね、エリカ。あなたがせっかく朗報を持ち帰ってきてくれたのに。待たせ。はい。お喜びください。我が主、黄金鏡が消滅しましたことをご報告申し上げます。嘘だわ。黄金鏡は完全に崩壊、瓦解し、その全てが虚無の海に沈んだことをご報告申し上げます。人間は愚か、幻想の住人。
No!
その全ては消滅いたしました。
Not them. Not the fantasy. Anything. Anyone else but them.
嘘よ。私は信じない。
Why? Why?
なら信じさせてご覧に入れましょう。我が主、これを。
Erica humbly presented an object wrapped in cloth. It shone with a golden light.
何かしら。黄金のリンゴかしら。黄金鏡の主、ベアトリーチェの心臓にございます。
Oh, well, fuck.
ベアト。
Bern pinched it between her two fingers, held it aloft, and gazed at it.
こんな様になってもまだ動いているのね。かわいいわ。ベアトリーチェ、あんたというゲーム版を再び誰かが広げてくれるかもしれない。まだそう信じているのよね。大丈夫よ、お兄ちゃん。私たちはベアトが討ち取られるところを見てない。あれはエリカたちの策略だわ。
As long as we win, we can still go back there, because it only takes two to create a universe.
私たちの士気をくじこうという策略よ。あるいはベアトの策略だわ。
We can just remake it.
やられたふりをして姿を変えているのよ。ベアトリーチェが、みんなが、黄金鏡が滅ぼされるわけなんてない。そうよね。未来の魔女がそう信じれば、そういうことにもできるのかもしれないわね。だから見せてあげるわ。よく見ていなさい。1998年の未来の魔女。
Bern threw the golden heart into the air like an apple. Then with the blood red blade of the scythe that appeared in her hand, she split it. Ugh.
ベアトリーチェは1986年10月によって彼女が生み出した黄金鏡は完全に滅び去った。黄金鏡に生かされているお前の親族たちも全員滅び去った。お前の父も母も、そしてもちろんバトラも二度とお前のところに戻り、お前の名を呼ぶことはない。
It didn't say they died. Just said didn't return. It didn't say they died. What if they just meet up and just call her little sister? Her daughter.
好きに変えて
Please.
上書きをする力があるわ。でも一つだけどうあがいても書き換えられない事実がある。
It didn't say
そ
die.
れが死よ。
Stop it.
肉体的あるいは精神的なあらゆる概念の死を過去の魔女が未来の魔女に食らわせることのできる唯一の真実の刃よ。
こらえろエンジ。
でも
お前は受け入れるって決めたろ。
Stop it.
誰も帰ってこなくても生きると。 は決めたの。
分かってるけど
Even so, a tiny sliver of hope had remained inside Angie's heart, despite everything. If she was favored by a miracle by some chance, maybe someone would come home after all. It doesn't matter when. It could be 10 years later or 50 years later. It doesn't even matter if they've forgotten my face. I believe that someone might come back someday, and I decided to live with that tiny hope in my chest. Even though I had accepted everyone's death for the time, even though I had seen it in the book of the single truth. Even so, I thought that it wouldn't be so bad to believe in a miracle a little, would it? A miracle that you believe in when you know it won't happen is hope. And so the witch who knew that miracles don't occur had ruthlessly torn that away.
泣くな。
分かってる。でもあんたが今泣き言をささやくその兄をすでにお兄ちゃんは死んでない。ここにいるもん。
泣くな、エンジェ。
でも
泣くな。
At Balor's shout, Angie bid back her tears.
だから、なんだ。未来に生きるお前に、過去の俺たちが何の意味がある。エンジェ、お前は何の魔女だ。
The future.
俺たちの生死なんか、お前には。
そんなことない。生きててほしい。
違う。生き死にをお前は超えられるだろう。
Angie didn't understand what he was telling her. So stunned into silence, she frantically considered what her brother was trying to tell her. Balor slowly lifted his face and stared at Bern.
そして、お前は魔女じゃない。
Oh, you're a cat.
死神だ。
Oh, well, that too.
そうね。私はあらゆる奇跡と希望を刈り取る鎌を持つ。ならばきっとそうに違いないわ。
エンジェから生きる希望を奪い取り、死へいざなう死神だ。
The one who'd thrown about truths of the past, stealing the future from Angie's eyes and forcing her to look only at the past. And the one who would trust the hope-crushing single truth in front of Angie. Gently pushing her from behind as she, on her own accord, took the step from the skyscraper's roof off into the world of nothingness.
今こそ、お前という呪縛からエンジを解き放つ。エンジはもう過去の呪いにとらわれない。未来に踏み出す。だがそこはお前が誘おうとする奈落の虚空にじゃない。エンジが力強く生きる1998年より先の未来なんだ。
人間は過去を見ながら後ろ向きに未来へ歩む哀れな生き物だから、簡単な落とし穴に気づかず真っ逆さまに無残に滑稽に転落する。
来いよベルンカステル。過去の魔女のお前に未来の輝きは遮れない。
さあ行くわよ。密室の謎を出題してあげる。
Yes.
でもね、私は短期で圧倒的でめんどくさがり屋だから全部一度に出題してあげるわよ。
Hit me with your best ones, and I'll break all of them. Let me save that so I don't have to actually go back far. 3, 2, 1. Bern spread her hands, and it seemed as though a halo or angel wings were spreading out behind her. Whoa. Each of the countless rays that spread out from her were the blue streaks of a closed room mystery blades. Oh, fuck. Bern, who had traveled the Sea of Fragments for many, many years, had gathered these countless closed room mysteries as souvenirs from all over the place. Ah, shit. All of those rays twisted at once and aimed towards Battler. Even if it was as though infinite giant snakes had turned their heads into snakes had turned their heads toward to stare at him. Wish I could still read. Oh, shit.
私はベアとみたいに10月5日の24時までに回答すればいいなんて
There's no way I can instantly
悠長
answer
じゃない
everything.
の。即答できなきゃ死。
Please don't make me actually go through that. That's awful. In that case, this wasn't mystery anymore. This was an intellectual game, but this wasn't an intellectual game, but a merciless assault.
死ね。
All at once, hundreds of guided lasers known as mystery shot at Battler. The complex geometric figure drawn by those blue lasers were nothing but divinely beautiful. Each one has a mystery. Trying to solve each one in this oppressive hailstorm would be like threading a storm of approaching needles. Battler flew freely through this vast space, dodging the beautiful blue streaks of mysteries as you shot down one after another. The entirety of mystery knowledge he had built up to this day told him to answer to each puzzle. Each time his eyes glowed with the answer, one of the mysteries shattered. Well, you don't have to actually speak it. Okay, you could just think it. That's not as bad. However, the mysteries was only one out of hundreds. This hardly rose to the level of opposition or resistance. One at a time.
お姉ちゃん、無理よ。
解けないミステリーはないように。のが。お兄ちゃん。見ていろ、エンジン。俺がお前に伝えたいことを見過ごすんじゃねえぞ。
By now, the bundle of mysteries looked like one giant snake with blue streaming behind it. Battler skillfully dodged it, precisely splitting its own many fangs off one by one. Even though he knew it was a useless resistance, I like trying to pick up all the grains of sand on a beach one by one.
やるわね。本格ミステリーは得意なの？
That was only the first volley.
じゃあ変革は？
Fog.
他にも他にも古今東西のあらゆるミステリーに挑んでもらう。
This is cheating. Even though Battler was still fighting, the giant snake wings raptor appeared behind Bern once more. And they gave birth to 7 more huge snakes. And each one has a great dragon with 7 heads. Like a great dragon with 7 heads.
確かにあんたはなかなかの読書家にしてミステリー通だわ。でもまだまだ若い。あんたが読んだ本の数やミステリーの数なんてたかが知れている。世の中にはあなたがまだ読んだこともない謎やトリックが無数に存在することを知りなさい。お姉ちゃん、もう無理よ。
It's still possible.
お願いだからもう逃げて。ベルンカステルには勝てない。
Baller's expression remained calm. However, his whole body was covered with sweat and he was breathing hard. It was clear that he couldn't overcome this onslaught, though Battler himself refused to admit it. Battler wiped away his sweat and fixed his gaze on the 8 snake heads that surrounded him in 3 dimensions.
エンジン、お前は家族の誰かが生きているかもしれないという奇跡を信じ、12年を生き、そしてその心を失った。お前は一度起こらぬ奇跡の前に屈したんだ。
それは
なら未来へ踏み出そうとするお前を見送る俺が再び奇跡の前に屈するわけにはいかねえんだよ。
そうね。それでも私はあんたたちの奇跡と希望のすべてを刈り取る。奇跡も希望もすべて無慈悲にね。
with now an 8-headed dragon open its 8 jaws. It looked for a weak point from all angles, hoping to swallow Battler within a single gulp. He wouldn't be able to dodge any longer. Someone help me. Erica, please help me. Damn it, Erica. Do something, Erica. But magical people could still exist. You've been destroyed. No.
この場に現れてピンチを助けてくれるような味方はもう一切存在しないということです。
See, you say that, but that just makes me think that someone's gonna come and save me. Beato has been destroyed, and that has been confirmed in red. Therefore, no one else will come rescue them. Even Ava was a resident of the Golden Land. After bravely breaking the key seal earlier on, she has probably hidden away somewhere. However, now that Beato had been destroyed, all of the residents of the Golden Land had met the same fate as ice under the sun. Any faint hopes that Ava was hiding in the shadows ready to save them from this final pinch had been completely crushed from the moment that Bern had smashed the Golden Heart. No longer was there anyone who could save them. There was no hope that any factor which wasn't here now, could ever save her brother. And herself? She could only watch from where she stood. If I hope, will I be able to bring some kind of miracle? But I don't know much about the mystery genre. I've only watched Beato's game fragments, gathering some basic training on how to fight. At best, I can avoid slowing him down, but I can't protect my brother. But I can't just watch. No, thank you.
それでもお前はそして考えろ。何を？一番最初の6歳の時のお前の6歳の私の心。お前は真実を求めて。だがそれは本当の一番の願いじゃなかっただろう。私の一番の願い。
To be happy.
その願いと希望を俺たちは守りたかったから。しかしお前は残念ながらそれを台無しにしちまった。だからその希望を捨てて未来に歩み出さなきゃいけない。でもな、それでもな、お前に心の力があるなら。何を？思い出せ。一番最初の願いを、一なる真実を知ってなお思い出せ。
The single truth. Even after learning the heartless truth that everyone is dead and no one will come home, remember. Remember your very first wish. Ouchie. It was a cataclysmic flash as brilliant as the birth of a sun. Please. Oh. All of the palely glowing snakes ran through Battler. Battler was stained red, surrounded with a cloud of blood. Why isn't someone helping me? Then he stumbled, and in the end he looked at Angie. Angie couldn't say anything in response. The light in Battler's eyes faded, and slowly his body began to fall. It reached the ground and gently landed like something settling on the ocean floor. Why? Angie rushed toward him and looked at the final face of her dead brother. His eyes were wide open, filled with an unwavering determination to the very last second. Fuck off. The waving snakes raised their heads and surrounded Angie. Angie had no blades to fight with. She could only cling to her brother's dead face, saying his name over and over. You're boring. No. Stop it. Please stop her. The 8 snakeheads all attacked at once. Angie held her brother's dead face, thinking about his final words. Anyone, my very first wish, that could only be one thing. That everyone would come back. that fueled my life for 12 years until I was finally worn out and abandoned my own hope. In exchange for that hope, I'd abandoned my search for the truth. Then at the end of the truth, I was forced to see a brutal ruthlessness that I didn't need to know. That I didn't need to. And as a result, I was faced with the true despair of knowing that no one would come home. The final hope, which I had abandoned but hadn't been able to let go of completely, was crushed. The single truth. If only I didn't know that, I might still be able to hold that faint hope. But now... Someone... You can still have it. If you have strength in your heart, you can still have it. Remember your very first wish. Someone, please. Hey, he's alive. Balor was coughing. Impossible. His whole body had been pierced and he had been completely dead. For him to cough, it would be too much of a miracle to be possible. Hope. Balor slowly rose to his feet, though blood still dripped from his mouth. His expression was fearless. However, Angie didn't stand up. She kept sitting, her head lowered. Jesus. What'd you do the fuck up? Fuck your retreat. Live! The 8 wiggling snake heads transformed into a massive whale jaw and swallowed everything. Yes, there will. Fuck off. She can trust herself. The cruel whale of mystery that tried to swallow everything was gouged deeply by a massive wedge. This deeply pounded wedge could only be used by those who had talent and a deep love for mystery. Oh, hey, Vegeta. How's it going? The woman who stuck back to back with Balor, launching stakes, was very, very clearly.
私は認めないわ。なぜなら
Angie slowly rose to her feet. Everyone's still alive. The shapes around her, the shapes of people slowly appeared and also rose to their feet. One after another, a whole crowd of them. They were Angie's family, her relatives. Everyone from Rokinjima. That wasn't all. Everyone from the Golden Land, all of the fantasy creatures appeared, and following Angie's lead, they rose to their feet. Then all of them glared at Bern.
世界中が否定しても私は捨てたりしない。絶対にみんな生きてるって希望を。そして私は至ったわ。それが私の魔女としての境地よ。こいつただの未来の魔女じゃないの。過去には後悔の涙を流すことしかできない無力な魔女じゃないの。私は黄金の魔女、
Yeah.
エンジェ・ベアトリーチェ。
I mean, she did solve it.
称号は黄金と無限と半言。
Or at least I say she did. Fuck off.
至ったね、エンジェ。ええ、ありがとうお姉ちゃん。長き日々の果てに私はようやく至ったわ。
お前なら至れると信じてたぜ。
ありがとうお兄ちゃん。受け取ったわ。お兄ちゃんは最後のゲームで伝えたかったこと。消え去れゲロガスモンスター。そんなの認めるわけねえだろ。みんなは永遠に私と共にあるわ。誰が赤き真実にて何度殺そうとも私はそれを拒否する。私のもとに何度でもみんなは蘇る。私は反言の魔女エンジェ。私の世界はお前の赤き真実では傷一つつけられない。
Go, Angie! From Angie, no. From Angie and her family and her friends, several golden streaks shot out at once. They were the same as the marks left by Bern's great snakes. However, the glow inside these were gold. They were they wriggled, combined into one single mass, and transformed into an eagle with two wings. Oh, fuck. It wasn't a one-winged eagle anymore. Thanks to Angie's absolute willpower, the golden eagle had gained its wing and it needed to fly into the future. Those spread wings made Bern and the whale shrink back.
後ろ宮のわしは振り返らない。
そして絶対にくじけない。
The golden eagle easily swallowed the blue whale with its wings, grinding it to bits. And it didn't let the whale's master escape either. It was now Bern's turn to run. Bern didn't fight the golden eagle. She couldn't. In this world of Angie's, where even the red truth couldn't hurt anyone, was just what sort of attack could have any effect. She frantically ran this way and that, throwing one wedge of red truth after another at the Ushimiya family. Kento's dead, Cross is dead, Natsui's dead. She repeated this over and over, but no one fell down. Angie wouldn't accept it, so they couldn't pierce anyone.
こんなエンドレスナインがあるの。赤き真実さえ通じないなんて何なのよ。黄金の真実って。
The truth.
赤き真実に打ち勝て
Take
る
it all.
黄金の真実って一体何なのよ。信じる心よ。それは私たちの総意。私たちが認めて共有した真実の前にお前の赤き真実など何も貫けたりはしない。
あばよ、ベルンカステレ。これが本当のチェックメイトだ。
私が認めない認めない
Jesus. The massive golden eagle finally swallowed Burn whole. It then slammed into the vast ceiling, and there was an incredible explosion accompanied by an earthquake. From the cracked ceiling, along with many falling chips, a single black cat plummeted and slammed against the floor. Erica ran up to it, repeatedly calling out to her master, hugging it. Then she realized that it was still breathing, and simultaneous expressions of relief and shock rose to her face.
安心なさい。私の真実に傷一つ許さないように。あんたたちの真実にだって、私は傷一つつけないわ。
ボロ雑巾になってるぜ。
お給くらいはサービスということにしておけ。
レアとあんたあんまりお兄ちゃんと慣れ慣れしくしないで。私はあんたたちの関係を認めたわけじゃないんだからね。
愚か者め、わらわをよくも生き返らせよって。もうダメであるぞ。わらわとその愉快な眷属は生涯そなたを苛むであろうぞ。そしてわらわとバトラのイチャイチャぶりを見せつけてやるのだ。うわっ、
あら、意外と便利ね。暗言の魔法ってオンオフ自由自在なのね。ちょっ、
Beta kept appearing and disappearing like a light bulb turning on and off. Angie seemed to be enjoying herself.
バトラー、エンジがいじめるよ。
エンジェ、そのくらいで許してやれ。
いいわ、お兄ちゃんが言うなら許してあげる。エンジェ、すごいよ、ウリュー。エンジェ様、反言の魔女、おめでとうございます。これで私たちずっといつまでも一緒なんですね。ええ、そうよ。みんな反魔法の毒素なんて関係ない。いつまでも永遠に私と一緒よ。
偉いぞ、よく言った。
Everyone surged forward, squishing Angie. They tried tossing her into the air, but dropped her on her butt, and everyone laughed. Good job, guys. Angie looked a bit resentful, but when her brother lent her a hand, she got up and joined the circle of smiles. Oh my god, so sweet. A quiet applause greeted them. Feathering, their witness, had acknowledged their victory and was clapping for them.
見事であったぞ、エンジェ・ベアトリーチェ卿。そなたにこの奇跡を祝して我が名において今日の称号を許す。そなたの紡ぎし物語は
Cool.
なかなかに愉快であった。
Lady Lady Angie.
そう身構えずともよい。私はそなたを祝福しているのだから。
Feathering smiled serenely. Fuck off. Serenely? Then the cat overlords broke their position and the constellation lined up behind her. Serenely. But part of the ceremony, it was clear that this was not only a peaceful action but part of a solemn ceremony.
我が巫女は打ち破られた。そしてその命を奪わなかったことに感謝する。見ての通り、あれは私を退屈させぬための可愛い飼い猫。あれが死んでしまっては私も退屈するのでな。
The true strength of this being, who referred to Burn as a pet cat, had already been made clear during her fight with Lady Lambda Delta. Fuck, lady. Even so, Angie spoke.
私はラムダデルタを殺したあなたを許さ
おや、反問の魔女殿の言葉とは思えない。
Yeah, just resurrect her.
そなたが望めばいくらでも蘇らせられるではないか。
蘇らせられるの？大丈夫だぞ。ラムダデルタ教はそなたの力でどこかで生き返っている。安心せよ。
すでに私の用意した感激石に移られている。安心せよ、手厚くもてなしている。
本当に？ならよかった。
Angie finally relaxed and let the tension leave her whole body.
さて、バトラよ。これでそなたの最後のゲームのゲームマスターはそなた一人になった。
そうだな。あんたんとこの猫はこれでリタイアだろうな。
そなたのゲームの最後の儀式を済ませるべきではないか。我が巫女は猫のように忘れっぽいが、時に猫のように執念深い。今のうちに儀式を済ませた方が良いと思うのだが。
ああ、じゃあお言葉に甘えてそうさ。
私は立ち会い人となり、その顛末を記すことにしよう。
Cool. Thanks. Please don't screw us like you did with Lambda Delta.
このゲームもいよいよ終わりなのね。
Burn, fuck. So many burns. Bandler nodded silently. Then he stepped out of the crowd and motioned for Angie to follow him. As Angie passed by each member of the Ushirumiya family, they cheered her on, giving words of encouragement. Bandler took out the golden key and handed it to Angie. It now had the same glint it had possessed when he had first given it to her. Ah. Then two doors appeared out of thin air on either side of them. They had a stately design, making it clear that this was a very important decision.
ノーヒントでどちらかを選べと。
I didn't use hints beforehand. I can do this.
とんでもない。ヒントは出すさ。
Oh, cool.
今から簡
No,
単
thank you.
な
I don't
問
want
題を
one.
出す。
I don't want a hint. No. No. I want that
二
credit.
択の簡単な問題。そしてその答えを園児はどちらかの扉を開くことで選ぶんだ。
Okay. That's nice. Let's go ahead and save that. All right there. Actually, I wanted to check. Anything new? Anything? Angie Beatrice, the witch who rules over the future. She stands completely on the outside of the cabinet, making her entirely different from the other witches. Just what will she find in the final game? Anything? No. Anything? I only saw no, actually. Anything on this board? No. Wow, that's weird. I figured something would update. Whatever.
なるほどね。OK。ハロウィンパーティーの続きってことだわ。
Yeah, definitely saving right there.
あのパーティー、私、寝
Yeah,
落
I
ちしちゃ
never
った
got
の
to
ね
see your riddle.
だから、ちゃんと締めくくることができて嬉しいわ。
Do I get an extra
あり
medal?
がとう。前へ。
そなたはわらわの問題を解く前に眠ってしまったからな。出題できて嬉しいぞ。参ったわね。相当難しそうだわ。
Jesus.
大丈夫。エンジェなら大丈夫。どうかな。
覚悟せよ。難しいぞ。
Don't tell me that.
落ち着け。エンジェ、簡単な問題だ。
Stop saying it's easy.
一番いい選択肢を選ぶにはどうすればいいか。一番最初にお兄ちゃんが言ったことを覚えてるか？
You'll pick the best one. Okay. Obviously, I try to pick the best one.
バトラよ、ヒントが過ぎるぞ。
Shush.
未来の魔女、エンジェ教の凱旋である。そなたは見送るだけにとどめよ。
だな。じゃあ、ここからはベアトに譲る。頼むぜ。
うん、 では行くぞ。
Angie gulped, then stared up at the witch's face. The witch held out her left hand, bringing it close to Angie's face. Then she slowly spread her fingers.
わらわの手のひらをよく見るがよい。
Oh god.
種も仕掛けもないな。
Left palm.
ええ、何もないわ。
Empty.
よく見ておれ。こうして握る。そして人差し指を立てる。
She stretched out an index finger, held it right in front of Angie's eyes.
人差し指の先をよーく見ておれ。行くぞ。早いぞ。
The witch rapidly lifted her index finger high into the air, pointed to the heavens. And just as Angie looked up to see the finger raised high, it swung down as though trying to dodge her gaze. In that manner, up, down, left, right, then left again. Angie, feeling as though she'd lose if she couldn't keep up with the finger, swung her face this way and that, looking serious. God, it's little kid Angie all over again. The witch's hand moved faster and faster. Angie didn't lose track of it. Then after the high pointing finger was swung down all of a sudden, the index finger curled up again and the left hand was held in a simple fist.
よいか、手を開くぞ。
The witch slowly opened her right fist. And there was a cutely wrapped candy.
ええ、これは手品か魔法か、それがわらわから与える問題で。
Oh,
さあ、エンジ、
stop
答えて
it.
くれ。これは手品か
Ah,
魔法か。
I know. I know what the answer is.
答えが魔法ならそっち。
If your answer is no, I'd open this door.
手品ならそっちの扉を開けるんだ。
I'd already decided my answer.